Welcome back to Vibrant Hobbies. I am your host Tyson, and today we'll be painting up the new Nemesis Claws. The first step I did was prime the model black, and then I proceeded to paint on the Stegadon scale green on all of the armor parts of the model. Some areas I had to do 2 layers of this paint, and then others I didn't really have to do 2 layers. After the first step was done, I then proceeded on to the hardest part that killed my back while painting, and that is the trim on all of the models. I used Runelord Brass on all of the trim. For the bat wings itself, I painted the kind of front portion of the wing in the Runelord Brass. You'll see that coming up. You don't have to do that, I just did that just so it can flow with the face mask itself. Once the trim was done, I then proceeded on to the red. I used Khorne Red because it was a kind of a velvet-y red more than a bright one. On the bat wings, on the insignia on the shoulder, and on the helmet itself, and on all the leathery pouches and loincloths. The next step was to move on to the skin on some of the Nemesis claws and the bones. For this step, I did a layer of gray Seer, and then the following step coming up, I'll use a layer of Corax White just to get it primed and ready for the third step. And here I am applying Corax White on top of the gray Seer. Then I applied the skin tones on all of the white parts of the models that we primed with Gray Seer and Corax White. And on certain parts I used Aggaros Dunes to get more of a decayed flesh. On other parts I used Guiliman Flesh to kind of be more lively. This step you could use any sort of contrast flesh tone that you wish. On certain parts I even used Snakebite Leather. The bones, though, I use skeleton hordes for that, and you just got to be careful mixing that in with Aggaros Dunes. They both look very similar, but if you separate them enough, you wouldn't really need to worry about it. I then moved on to the metallics, in which I used Leadbelcher on all of the weapons and icons and grenades. Any of the sorts that could be metallics was painted with Leadbelcher. This was the last step I recorded, but the remainder of my painting was just finishing touches on certain characters and the orange eye lenses using a orange contrast, and then washing the model in Agrax Earthshade. But yeah, after all said was done, I was completely finished up with my Night Lords. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It's free and you don't have to pay a penny for it. I'll see you guys in the next video.